I watch these butterflies go from caterpillar, spiky caterpillar, to this beautiful butterfly. I watched the whole thing happen right before my eyes. They were eating, the caterpillar was eating my crops. I had passion fruits over there. They were eating them, hundreds of them. I let them go. I just let them go ahead and eat, right? Then after a while, they all started to crawl and merge over here to the house. And the ones that latched on to here, they turned into cocoons, but they camouflaged themselves to the same color as what they attached themselves to. And as you see, they're black, okay? But the ones that attached onto the house, they turned gray, the same color as the house. And the one that's right here on the steps, he's brownish. So here's the thing. This is what they did look like. That spiky caterpillar. Okay? Here goes a few more. I mean, this is what they look like when they turn into the... Here's one that just hatched. The whole body changes, the whole structure, everything changes. They go from this spiky long, they go from that creepy looking thing, which is, it's actually harmless, to this in just a week. It happened in a week. And the thing is they don't need any help. Their whole body morphed. Everything about them changed. They have antlers now. They have legs now. Their head, they have a head with eyes. Everything changed about it. But it's still alive. It's still the same life. It just changed. And now it's going to fly. It doesn't need nobody to help it fly. It doesn't need anybody to help it do anything. It's just going to fly when it feels like it. And this is what's going to happen with us, the Hebrew Israelites. They wanted to keep us down. They wanted to keep us in a low vibrational state. Now imagine if these centipedes, if these caterpillars would have said, we're eating good in this garden over here. Let me just stay over here and just keep eating. We're eating good. What if they would have had a nugget? What if they would have had somebody influencing it to stay? Like ants or something saying, stay. We give you all the food you can eat. Stay. Don't grow. Don't change. Don't do anything. That's demonic. Raising your vibrations is demonic. Don't do it. Then they could never soar. They could never ever soar. You feel me? Now here's the question. What made these caterpillars want to crawl from that garden over here, latch on, turn into a cocoon, and then do this? What made it do it? You're telling me that it knew what it was going to do? It knew that it should do? What made it do it? Instinct. It did what it felt that it needed to do. It did what the world, it did what it was supposed to do, what it was meant to do. You see what I'm saying? But they got us running around here, a man trying to look like a girl, and if you say anything about it, you're wrong. And they have your worst interests at heart. You hear me? They do not want you to grow your wings and fly. They want you to, you hear me? They don't want you to be what you was born to be. They don't want you to come into being what you were meant to come into being. Let me tell you something real fast. When Moses was out there in them woods, and he was speaking to the Most High through that fire, would you call that sorcery? No. But if you seen a witch in some basement somewhere speaking through something, through a fire, you would call that sorcery, wouldn't you? They lied to us, yo. I'm gonna explain it all later. We're supposed to grow. We're meant to grow. They tried to demonize things that we should be doing. Is there such thing as witches doing sorcery? Yes, there is. I'm not saying that there ain't. But I'm saying when you get righteous, the Most High is going to have you doing things that the world would, that you yourself would have called wicked had you not known any better. Look at them flying around like they did this before. First day flying. And just loving it and enjoying it. They used to crawl. Sluggish. And now look. I just seen about 8 of them in a row. Look at them. Look at them. And you wonder why I tell you to have compassion on the bugs. Because when I see these bugs, I see me. When I see these butterflies, I see Israel. I see us coming up. This is what I see. This is us. The ants used to attack these things. I used to watch the ants attack these things. Even while they were over there trying to cocoon. I seen the ants got about 3 of them. I could probably show you right now. The ants got about 3 of them. Killed them, ate them. But now look. Ants can't touch them. They ain't thinking about no ant right now. They'll never have to deal with another ant again. Come on now. Think about it, y'all. We're supposed to grow. Grow. Don't be no sluggard. Stop poisoning your body. Stop poisoning your vessel. Grow. Grow. Build. Grow. Do what you got to do. His time is coming. His time is coming. He's on his way. It's just the beginning. It's on. He knows. It's on. This is the reason why people call you crazy. And they treat you like something's wrong with you. You know why? It's because you're growing. You feel me? If those caterpillars, right, start changing, before they turn into a butterfly, they go into a cocoon. When they go into the cocoon, they gotta go into the cocoon by themselves. Their girlfriend can't come with them. Their mom or their dad can't go with them. They have to let go of everything that they were attached to, right? And go into the fucking cocoon. In the cocoon, they're in solitude. Then they come out something different. But before they went into the cocoon, they were already walking away to go find a spot. You know what I'm saying? So if they were already separating, like, yo, I gotta go, I'm separating. Now they're crazy. Now they're talking crazy. I don't really want to go out. I don't want to go out to the bar. I don't want to go here. I don't want to go there. I'm starting to separate and seclude. You feel me? So that's what's going on with us. When you start to grow, these people have been groomed. That's why they give us the idea of what living their best life is. That's why they give us the idea of a person who made it. When you really look, it's just a low vibrational weirdo who ain't shit, but it's somebody with a bunch of money. But they ain't nothing. You don't want to take really advice from them, right? So that's why they do that. That's what it's all about, yo, to keep us from coming into being what we are meant to be. And that's, I'm telling you, that's why they look at us like that. When you're coming in, you're changing. And they'll tell you, yo, you're changing. And that's their problem with you. That's why you're the outcast. That's why. Because you're destined, you are already predestined to actually grow and to change and to morph and to come into being where you were always meant to be. So there's the answer. That's the answer. Keep growing. Don't hold back. Keep growing. Let them say you're changing. Come out of them bars. Come out of them places. Come out of them schools. Come out of their so-called education. Come out of their so-called pursuit of happiness. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit, bro. Once they see you growing, even these toxic ones, they see you and they start saying shit like, yo, you're different. I'm drawn to you. You're anointed. It ain't, man, it ain't. Nah, I'm growing, yo. You're growing. You know? And it's crazy because a lot of people don't know these things, so they hold on. They hold on. They hold on to what eases the stress and what eases the pain. The alcohol, that BS music, these parties and shit. You know what I mean? Nah, bro. It's time to go into solitude. So you can come out better. That's what it is. That's the whole thing. Exactly. Exactly. You gotta go, exactly. I always did say that. Because they always taught me that. You gotta go inside and then come out. We're looking all around the world for God and looking around for everything. It's inside. It's inside. If those caterpillars wanted to, they could have chosen to prolong it. It's not like nobody forced it over there to go hook on to something and become. No, they could have prolonged it. They could have waited and they could have kept searching for happiness. You know what I mean? They could have chilled with their girlfriend. You think they didn't make friends while they were in that state? Of course they did. There's hundreds of them over there. But after a while, you just got to be like, all right, yo. You know what I mean? Many are called, few are chosen. I seen some of them on the ground dead. You know? Some of them hung on. They got this fat eating on that stuff over there, and they died in that state, though. They thought they were living their life. Like, yo, we got all this good eating over here. Where you going? I gotta go. I don't know. It's time to go. Crazy. And they stayed, and they ate, and they got fat, and they got prosperous. You know what I mean? And they died. Now look at this beautiful butterfly. They won't even leave. They won't even leave this yard.
Yeah,
They're here. This is where they live. They staying here. And you know what? I feel good because we give them an opportunity to eat what they needed to eat. You know what I mean? To supply themselves with what they that's where they ate all their lives. Mm-hmm. They made it and reproduced in there. And then, you know what I mean? And then they hooked up to our house and then they blossomed. That stuff was growing off of our DNA. That stuff was growing off of our DNA. We put it in that soil. So there's a part of us in those butterflies. That's the gift to keep on giving, because they're going to make babies and keep making babies and making babies. And then we're going to be a part of the generations to come down throughout the lineage. That's how I see it. Right? Peace, y'all. Don't let nobody hold you back. This is real talk. Think about this.